Deadmau5 has sold his music catalog and his Mousetrap labels music. What's like the process? If I was an artist that wanted to sell my catalog, how much of a catalog do I need?
Process for selling the catalog usually is, well,
Electronic artist, producer, entrepreneur Joel Zimmerman, also known as Deadmau5, has sold his music catalog and his Mousetrap labels music to Create Music Group for a deal that was valued at more than $55 million. It involves the sound recordings, copyrights, and more than 4,000 songs, and it's also doing a joint venture to release future recordings with Deadmau5 and from Mousetrap's label. They are looking to explore brand partnerships, gaming VR, and live streaming to drive revenue to the catalog. And the Mousetrap label has releases from KX5, which is Cascade and Deadmau5, a said project, Skrillex, Rez, Noisia, and the deal was put together by Paul Hastings from Create Music Group's legal advisor and Dina LaPolte, superstar Dina LaPolte.
we've had Dina on the show. It's probably time that we invite her on again, but very cool. And here's the thing. We
She's
talk
been
all the
doing a lot
time
of big things.
Yeah, no, and I'll give her a little shout out. She had announced that she has a book on the way about just being her bossy self. She's developed a law firm and doing amazing things.
Well, I was going to say, this is really exciting because it's including songs like I Remember, Strobe, some chords, the albums 4 times 4 equals 12, random album title, the At Play series, Ghosts and Stuff has 184 million streams on it. I've seen Deadmau5 like a couple of times. I'm a big fan. I'm super excited about this. It's a good move, and it just goes to show that perseverance and working your catalog can pay off. Now, I know that you deal a lot in catalog sales. You talk about that a little bit on this channel. You talk about a lot on your second channel, the Delgado Entertainment Law YouTube channel. But I just wanted to know what's like the process. If I was an artist that wanted to sell my catalog, how much of a catalog do I need? What's the process? What do I need to get together? What can I expect?
If someone's a music creator and they're watching this right now, the process for selling the catalog usually is, well, it's valuable to some degree. And we determine value sometimes just based on your streams, right? So we go and we do a little calculation. We go, how much money are you making right now from your streams? But it's everything, right? Because some people don't have big brands, but they have lots of sync licensing. They're really great at getting their music placed in TV and film and games. And so there's a lot of monetization happening. So the point is, we do a little equation to figure out the value of your catalog. And then depending on who's helping you, sometimes people approach you. Sometimes companies approach you, and other times we can have multiple bidders. If you have a good representation, they will go and get you the best deal. All the hard work happens after that. We do a little letter of intent and we say, here are the main deal points. And then we have to work with you to make sure you have your contracts, your copyright registrations. And so that's where we call it due diligence comes into play. So one, if you're like, the music that I have right now, it's not really making too much money, it means you probably are a little premature, right? On wanting to sell, but don't lose hope, because most catalogs have the best bet of being sold for good amounts of money later on when it becomes like legacy catalogs. So it's one of those things. Don't be so eager to give up your rights, to assign them, right? Always, always, always make sure you're retaining ownership of your music, you're getting contracts, you're registering your copyrights, okay? And then when you're ready to actually sell your music catalog, give me a call. If you're needing legal help, feel free to reach out to Delgado Entertainment Law, which is my firm. We offer free case evaluations with our case manager. So just meaning you don't have to make any kind of commitment. We'll just see how we can help you. Feel free to call us. You can text, you can email. We look forward to hearing from you.
It sounds like it's a good deal for Deadmau5. It sounds like it's an ongoing partnership. So it sounds like it's going to be kind of like a steady revenue kind of like stream from him. It's not just like we see a lot of kind of like one and dones. When you're doing these catalog sales and you're getting your stuff together, because you've mentioned that you do catalog sales for artists that maybe nobody has even heard of, but they have quite an extensive catalog that quietly does money in the background, or YouTube. Like when they buy their catalogs, they're not only getting their music, but they're also getting like their music videos and stuff, right? So is there like transfer of like ownership of stuff? Is there like a lot of behind the scenes administration that has to happen for those transfers?
Yeah, that's the perfect way to call it, because we're not only fighting tooth and nail as to what the definition of what's being sold is, because it's not just the music ever. It's always going to be the music plus anything ancillary to the music, which is cover art, music videos, live performances, other versions, remixes. And so all those usually are included in what's being purchased. And then there's the mild nightmare of the administration of actually transferring the catalog, because sometimes we have videos that are up that have millions and millions of views on them, and the buyer might not want those videos to come down, right? But they want to collect
from their page.
the ad monetization, and then there's the promotion of it on social media platforms. So that all has to be very carefully negotiated, and then the administration, takes time.
I guess that's where those companies that come in and get all the money from YouTube and all of those things and distribute it out that way. I guess that's where those kind of systems kind of come in place a little bit more.
Yeah, so I mean, on this deal, right, 55 million, and the deal involves the copyrights that carries more than 4,000 songs, right? So it sounds like the majority of his catalog, if not his entire catalog. And then, again, the fact that this is a joint venture is
Yeah.
kind of exciting. And I'm happy to hear
It's
that. That means that there was a good negotiation done on the deal, because if you can still have a little taste in the money that's being earned, hopefully that's the case. Great.
Well, I'm sure Dina LaPolte went hard for Joel. And then, we've also talked about other catalog sales recently on this channel. We talked about the Justin Timberlake catalog sale, the Hypnosis. That was like $100 million. We talked about Derek Whibley from Sum 41's catalog sale. We did Dr. Dre recently did 200 million, Bieber 200 million. Oh, we did like an Iggy Azalea, I believe. I don't remember what hers was for, but just another
If
example
I
of a
remember,
newer artist.
I'm gonna be so impressed with myself if this is right. I wanna say it was closer to 10. It was a big number for her being a
It was more,
new artist,
yeah.
but
The Killers also. There's so many artists that have done it. I have a list here of just so many. Future sold a lot of his publishing, like 612 songs.
well, and guys, remember that there are 2 different types of things that we sell with your music. One is publishing, right? Orko just made that point. Publishing, meaning the composition. There's 2 sides of your song. There's the recorded version, which is the master, that can be sold all by itself, and then there's the publishing, which has to do with the composition, that can be sold all by itself.
Yeah. So this is exciting. And it's something that as artists, as you're building your future, you're building your brand, you're thinking of these things ahead of time. We're not doing this to fail. We're in this for a long haul. This isn't like we're doing a temporary thing for fun. Like a lot of us, if you're on this channel anyway, I find you're in it for the long haul. And so thinking of these things. So thinking about how much AI that you're using in your music, thinking about just the different deals that you're doing or what rights you're giving away to different companies or managers or whatever when you're thinking about your legacy. That's the whole goal of these things. We put out our first album just hoping anybody's going to listen to it. And if we stick with it and we get better, sooner or later we have tons of fans. And now we really have something that's worth something. I like it. Congratulations to Deadmau5.